welcome back to the Washington Capitals. And last video we made quite a few moves to secure up our depth and make our team more solid for the postseason. And I thought I was finished, but I realised our biggest weakness is in net. And instead of trading for a goalie, I think the easiest way to address that need is to solidify the defence in front of him. So I'm going to make a couple of trades here. But I couldn't decide who to go for. It was either going to be Paul Postma, who is the same as Jacqueline, Mark Fane, Justin Braun, or Alex Martinez. Now, just looking at it, I was inclined to go for Martinez because of his lacking in salary compared to the other two, and I feel like that's going to help us out more. So we're going to go for Alex Martinez to play instead of Jacqueline on that bottom pairing. I just feel slightly better about Jacqueline than anywhere else. So we can trade someone like Erskine as well, who we know we're not going to need, and then we can keep Hillen on the AHL. Unfortunately, that trade won't go through. That's annoying. So that best laid plans, eh? So that trade won't go through. Is there a one of these centres we can get rid of? Oh, they're both pretty good actually. Let's get rid of the guy that's only got the 1 year left. I think they're both pretty similar types of players. Yeah, we'll go for Michael later. I think that trade might go through. So later for Martinez, what did they say? Yeah, that's what I thought they would say. So we got Alex Martinez. Happy about that. So that means Jack Hillen can move down. That also helps out the AHL team and the prospects down there. If we do best lines, we now have Alex Martinez playing alongside Jamie McBain for that second line, which I quite like. Martinez is a good skater and a bit more physical than McBain, so hopefully those two can help each other out down there. And obviously we have the top two lines, which I like a lot. Forward wise, obviously we're going to be relying a lot on this first line, but the second line should be able to get it done. The third line is quite good. I wouldn't mind having an 80 overall in there. Someone like, to give myself an idea. So instead of Mitchell can play in the fourth line with Andrews and Fair, and then we move Latia, AL. I decided I was going to call him AL in the last video. That's what we're going to stick to down to the AHL. So that's another possibility actually. We'll have a check of that. Let's have a check of that. So we would only have to be a third. We'll go for a third line checker more than anything. Someone who's cheap. They can be a little bit older. We're not a young team anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, let's go after Nikita Kucherov. That's fine, because that would work. We could bring back Parento to the Washington Capitals. Quite like his defence to be a little bit better. Brian Bickle, no, he's not got the best centres. Michael Frolik could be quite nice. Daniel Winnick. Winnick's always someone I've quite liked. Or David Booth, actually. How's House Chuck? Oh no, forget that. David Booth's got an awful contract. So Sean Mathias, decent. Jamie McGinn, get another Colorado player in. It's alright, what's Halischuk? Oh, I do like Halischuk. Not very physical, but he's got a decent defensive category. Obviously there is Mason Raymond as well. Boy Gordon, Colin Greening. Carl Clutterbuck for a bit of... That would be the physical presence we need. Oh, Sobodka. See, I keep thinking these players are better disciplined than... I haven't got the discipline that I'm going for. Which Santorelli does, but I quite like the idea of having a strong player, which Santorelli is, and he's got a decent defence. And he could take a face-off or two as well, which would help. 1 year left, so we need to re-sign him. That's Pouliot. Benoit Pouliot is actually pretty strong, but his defence isn't the best. Sean Bergenheim? See, Sean Mathias is a lot stronger than I thought he would be. So that's an option. It would be David Booth if he didn't have that stupid contract, but I think it's probably going to be Daniel Winnick looking at it. Yeah, we can go after Daniel Winnick. I think Winnick would be a good choice to have on that third line. So what do they want? And can we give someone up for get it? So they want John Erskine. That's fine because I don't want Erskine. I don't think that trade would go through, but we'll ask anyway. No, I didn't think it would. That's fine. No harm in asking. There's no one here I want to give up. I don't want to give up Brown now that we've given up later. I think that's just silly. Anderson can go. He's not going to be anything. Anderson can go and we sign a prospect goalie. That's fine. Well, he could go if we traded. If we could have traded for him. How about a fifth? Wow. Okay. A Buffalo's third next year. Oh, they really don't want Winnick. Oh, they really don't want to give up Winnick. I should say. Polly, that's not going to go through. Okay, so it doesn't look like Winnick's an option, annoyingly. I don't want Frat, and I want at least an 80, so Tommy Wingles. No, I don't like it. Brad Richardson. No, Richardson. We'll go for Richardson. Richardson. So we can't get rid of Erskine again because Erskine's contract isn't particularly helpful for us. So Erskine. That trade won't go through, but we can go Erskine and Villapoli for you. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to give up a player that I don't want to give up, I think. This Stevenson guy. Okay, not the Stevenson signing. Luton. I won't go through because of Villapoli. So we'll go Luton. And is there a draft pick that they want? No, but we'll offer them Buffalo's first for next year. For Brad Richardson. Wow, okay, so it's going to be a lot harder than I thought to get a third line player. I didn't think it would be this hard. I'll be honest with you. I mean, obviously someone like Justin Abdelkader would be lovely to have. So would Andrew Shaw, to be fair. What's Abdelkader like? It would be fantastic to get. Quite like a Hansen just because he's quick. That's at least Stepniak like actually. I do like Hansen, so we'll break the bank to try and get Hansen. See, he is 82 overall, isn't he, as well? So he would help, yeah. Definitely it would help and worth having. So Hansen, definitely start with third pick. Skaters. Well, you really don't have anyone worth giving up. You give up Brown. He's got a horrible contract. Getting a third line centre is actually going to be a lot harder than a third line player. It's going to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. I think I'm being a bit too picky. So Bocca would need to be re-signed. Abdelkader's got a decent contract. We'll try and get Justin Abdelkader. I think he's got his discipline's fine. So Abdelkader we do have Dimitri Orlov we could get rid of. We have a young defence anyway, so we could get rid of Dimitri Orlov for Justin Abdelkader. Or find a team that want Dimitri Orlov and try and trade to them. I can't believe that no one would take Dimitri Orlov. I've got to be honest. Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone is going to take Dimitri Orlov. Right, so Orlov is going away for a third line centre. We know that, so we can probably get a better third line player. Sorry. Boone Jenner would be nice just for the strength, but don't think that's going to happen. And Artem Anisimov for the third line, even for Lino to be fair, or Suter, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go for Brandon Sutter for that third line. So we go Orlov for Sutter is not going to work, but how about if we throw in 2/3 next year's and this year's? What did they say to this? No, oh, this is going to be a hell trying to get this third line and player, but I feel like it's something that's worth doing. So we could give them Hillen. Well, I want to give them Erskine rather than Hillen. I might have to give up a 2nd round pick. But is that too much? I feel like that's too much. We'll see. Apparently it's not too much. I still won't take him. See, Suter would be a great third line player for us alongside Like and Ward. Right, I do want someone with a decent bit of overall. It might have to just be Hallistruck, to be honest, looking at it. Or Benino. What's Benino's contract? Oh, Benino's contract is very good. We can get Nick Benino. Nick Benino won't be hard to get. So, Orlov. Do we keep Orlov or Bowie? I think we keep Orlov, to be honest. So Bowie for Benino. I'm going to try and be cheeky. And a 3rd. Okay, so we'll take off the draft pick and see what they say. There we go. We finally got the player. Finally got it. Much debating. Probably some very bad negotiating. I don't even want to look at my GM rep right now. But that does mean that we don't have that depth forward play on the 3rd line. We have the 4th liner, Mitchell, playing where he should be, and we can also bring in Nick Benino to help out that 3rd line as well. Yeah, he's not got the greatest face off, so you can play on the wing with Like and Ward. Then have Mitchell, Hanius and Fair as the 4th line, which is a nice 4th line, but 3rd line's better. And hopefully that 2nd line is going to hold up. And obviously the power offense is nice as well. And defensively, we've got the same. Power play, this is where we can have some fun. So power play, we obviously have Ovechkin, Backstrom and Landeskog. Well, what I'm actually going to do is go and check the GM tracker to see our best offensive players and just stack the first power play unit, because as we all know, or if you didn't know, Washington had an insane power play last year, so we're going to have to use that. So it is Ovechkin, Goligoski, Landeskog, Backstrom and Johansson, then Taguchi, Kuznetsov, Carlson, McBain, and Like. Okay, I'm just trying to memorise this, because there's something I want to be cheeky and do. Okay, got it pretty much memorised. I have no idea how this is going to work, and I kind of wish we had tried it out in the off-season, or pre-season I should say. But if we're cheeky, it could work. So we have Backstrom taking the draws on the 1st line. Landeskog is a left wing, but I want him on that right wing for the power play, so he's shooting off. Goligoski was listed. We're going to have Carlson and McBain on that 1st line. Oh, Benino's not playing on there when we have Kuznetsov. Going to have Kuznetsov there, and I believe it was Johansson. Yes, it was Johansson, but we'll play Kuznetsov there. So we're going to stick Kuznetsov on that left wing role. See who's got the better shot, him or Landeskog? Landeskog, okay. And now this is where the cheekiness comes in. We are going to do what the Capitals actually do and put Ovechkin on the point. So Ovechkin is going to be on that left point. It's going to be fed by Alex Goligoski, who can also have a decent rip, but we're going to have Ovechkin on the point for that power play. I know it's a little bit wrong or weird to look at, but his defensive and physical category in skating, he will be fine defensively, short-handedly, so I'm not worried about that. And then because Landeskog will be the body in front of the net, which will be my thinking anyway. We can have Kuznetsov and Backstrom feeding the puck. And then we have Carlson and McBain on that one. Johansson will have to play, actually, we'll go Johansson, and then it was Brooks Like, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So then we'll go Johansson, Like, and Taguchi for the 2nd line. So the 2nd line is alright still. And obviously we got Carlson and McBain on the point. Make sure they are on the right-handedness. Yeah, that'll do. And Carlson's got a strong shot, but it's not very accurate. It's better than McBain, so we'll stick Carlson as the shooter. So that's the power play. 4-man power play. We won't get fancy with the 4-man power play. We'll just leave it as it is, and we'll stick. So we'll stick Johansson and Landeskog in there. That's fine. Penalty kill. Right, we need to go back to the GM tracker for this, just because I'm not entirely sure who's our best defensive players. I'm probably thinking Like and Benino will probably kill some penalties. So defensive players, yes, Like, Landeskog, Ward, and Backstrom. I don't want Ovechkin killing penalties. Don't really want. Okay, so we'll go first penalty kill. Ward, Backstrom, Hughes. Yeah, we could have Hughes killing. We'll have Hughes killing a penalty. That should be fine. So roster moves. Because I know for a fact that Ovechkin's not going to get penalty kill time. Well, we could leave him there and just boss it, to be fair. So what was it? Was Backstrom, Hughes. We'll go Like and Landeskog. Carlson, Olsen, Niskin and Goligoski. Yes. Okay, so Backstrom, Landeskog, Hughes and Brooks Like. Actually was. Yeah, okay, that'll be fine. That's good penalty killing. Do kind of feel like we should give Backstrom a rest, but he is our best defensive forward as well, so we'll leave him on there. We'll leave him getting penalties with Landeskog. Give Ovechkin the break. But for 3-man power play, we'll go with Landeskog taking the face-offs. 4-on-4 lines, nothing too spectacular needs to be changed. We'll stick Johansson in there, and then we'll go Kuznetsov and Setoguchi. So Kuznetsov and Devin Setoguchi. Extra attacker, Ovechkin, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Shootout, that's fine as well. Right, so there you have it. There are the lives for the Washington Capitals. The Hershey Bears. Don't think it makes too much of a difference. Hershey Bears are going to have a good team this year. We'll stick Orlov in there and make sure he stays there. And obviously, Greiber's there. Right, let's go and see if we can't. Oh, we didn't actually trade away a goalie, so that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. I think we are done. I think this team is pretty set. I don't think it's going to get a lot better with the amount of cap room we have. I think we filled it up the best way that we could have done. Changed the defense around a little bit, I think for the better. Brought Martinez and Benino in this episode, and I think that is what we needed to do to make everything a little bit better, or our team just a little bit better depth-wise and defensively. So I think we're ready to start the season. We did our best to help out Braden Holtby. We've done our best to help out Ovechkin with the signings of Landeskog and Setoguchi. So yeah, this should be an interesting season for Washington. Should be an interesting season. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.